comenzamos el viernes. Sí, pero en su día todo. Sí, digo, desafortunadamente o afortunadamente esa función.
No, el servicio de veras que ese es un buen trabajo, ¿no?
El servicio lo hay, ya el que, ya el que, sí, ya es
muy grande.
Sí,
A ver,
Connor,
poco a poco,
there's some
sí.
Velcro in one of the bags. Can you get it?
Voy a sacar otras también.
I mean, you've got 100%. Is that for this?
Yeah.
For this one?
Yeah. So the battery was dying?
It's at 100, so.
Yeah, I know. We just put a new battery on, but we don't want to have it die in the middle of the event. So, it'll be charging. That's great.
Hello. Well, good morning. This announcement is for the people who are using identification devices. Para las personas que estén usando un aparato como este, hacemos la sugerencia que ocupen los asientos de que estén un poco más al frente posible, a todo lo largo del campo, no importa. En la parte de atrás hay un poco de problemas para que nuestro equipo de transmisión los pueda cubrir, pero si sientan tan adelante como puedan en las filas negras, no tendrán ningún problema. Gracias.
Dance all over the floor, dance all over my shoes. When the band plays the Jericho blues, I'll meet tomorrow night at the downtown Strutter's Bar.
And where are you planning to go after high school?
I don't know.
Your options?
I'm looking, well, I'm hopefully going to college. But I've been
The city
looking,
college?
no. Like somewhere in Arizona. Like Arizona State or Northern Arizona University, something like that.
That looks like pretty prestigious campus. But it's dry and
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably
really
northern
hot out.
Arizona is in the forest. Maybe. Where is it?
It's pretty high
Flagstaff?
up, so it snows.
Is it Flagstaff? No.
Yeah, Flagstaff.
That's beautiful, isn't
Yeah.
it? Lucky you.
It's going to be hard getting away from the ocean now.
Well, you're gonna have the snow.
Yeah.
Major in what?
I don't know yet. Something with media. So I know they have a really good school of journalism at Arizona State.
That's what I've heard. Well,
Yeah.
I know that because I saw sometimes PBS NewsHour. They have sponsorship from ASU. ASU.
Yeah. So I think that's. I don't know if I could get into that, but I'll try.
Yeah, let's try it. Even I know the name of the school, Walter Cronkite.
I know a couple people who've gone.
Yes, I know that it's a prestigious.
What do you mean, like?
Running underneath that rug there. People won't be tripping on it.
If you have extra.
I mean tomorrow night at Downtown Strutters Bar. Tomorrow night at Downtown Strutters Bar. Tomorrow night at Downtown Strutters Bar.
What do you know about the communications program here at UT?
Every time we've got a date, but I love her. Yes, I love her. Yes, now I'm gonna walk up to her gate to see if I can get it straight, 'cause I want her. I'm gonna ask her, is you whiz or whiz you ain't my baby?
So the trick is restraint keys, because otherwise you're just sending the same key to the same order.
Over here or somewhere behind there so we can have a really okay? Alright, thanks guys. Ready? Bases. Drum. Okay. Here we go. Big bend. One, two, let's ball.
This is an announcement for people who are using interpretation devices. Las personas que estén usando aparatos para interpretación, si nos hacen el favor de sentarse lo más adelante que puedan en las sillas negras, de esa manera podemos asegurarnos que nos escuchen con claridad. Gracias.
Good morning. I'm Mauricio Ortega, Principal, Goleta Valley Junior High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the promotion ceremonies for the class of 2021. Let's give it up to our orchestra and jazz ensemble under the direction of Ms. Devin Nelson and Andrew Martinez. At this time, I would like to introduce Sophia Pixley, ASB Sergeant at Arms, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, everyone. Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. It is my pleasure to introduce our visiting dignitaries. I deeply appreciate their continued support at Goleta Valley Junior High, to the staff and students, and I would like to thank them for being here today. Joining us today are John Shetler, Special Ed Director, Maria Larios Horton, Executive Director of Diversity, Equity, and Family Engagement, Dr. Patricia Madrigal, Executive Director of Partnerships and Community Engagement. And joining us again, Mr. Bill Woodard, Principal of DP. It is a pleasure to be here today to recognize the accomplishments of the class of 2021. I am proud of the hard work our students have done and demonstrated these last 2 years, and I'm honored to recognize them today. However, we cannot recognize the accomplishments of our students without first acknowledging those people who make Goleta Valley Junior High School a special place. Please join me in saying thank you to our incredible teachers and staff members for their commitment to all of our students. I would also like to ask the 8th grade class to help me thank each of the parents here today for their continued caring and support of Goleta Valley Junior High School and our community. Will our 8th grade class please rise and face our families and wave and give them a big round of applause. Oh, come on, wave. Thank you. Please be seated. We simply could not be the incredible school that we are without the support of all of our parents and family members and community. So thank you. I would now like to take a moment to acknowledge several special students in our 8th grade class. These students have maintained a 4.0 grade point average for 2 years and are wearing special medallions today to show all their efforts. Will those students please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Congratulations on all your outstanding effort. And last but not least, I would like us all to recognize a special promoting mariner, a legend amongst Goleta Valley. Mr. Bill Gorley, will you please stand?
He'll be walking the stage with our promoting class today. Congratulations to you all. If the V falls, we know it's Goleta Valley. Class of 2021. Today is a momentous day in which we celebrate your junior high journey and accomplishments. Having you here in person, along with our teachers and families, is a powerful memory that I will hold dear to my heart. Your time at Goleta Valley Junior High has been a time to establish your anchor and your sail. I do this every year and I love this, but I urge you now, class of 2021, to take a moment back to memory lane and remember kindergarten. When you entered kindergarten, Facebook, which my mom is on and my grandparents are on, had just acquired Instagram, which many of you are on. The touch screen, such as the ones found on the iPads, became widely used across all technologies, which you grew up with. And Zoom emerged in your kindergarten years as a new platform for video conferencing. In a time when acceleration of information is moving at a fast pace, you all did a great job rapidly transitioning with new technology. Who would have thought that a technology created when you were in kindergarten would be used as a major vehicle to deliver instruction through distance learning? You have all been a resilient group of learners, and it is important to recognize that such a transition to distance learning and back to in-person would not be possible without your ongoing engagement, cooperation, and patience. Know that learning happens all the time, and it is ever more important to be a lifelong learner. Amanda Gorman in The Hill We Climb says, "Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tire, we try." Her use of alliteration reminds me of our own junior high realities. We all experience through these pandemic times, while also stressing the importance of our optimism. We all experienced distress and sorrow through the impact of the COVID pandemic. But we have grown stronger with our bonds with family, with friends, and those we hold dear to our hearts because of it. Our ability to connect with each other impacted our social well-being. But we kept hope alive that we would one day come a full circle, remembering how we started in person, engaging in distance learning through unprecedented times, and being connected once again as we all gather here today. There have been mornings where it may have been difficult to get up and log into Zoom, be present on screen, and engage in class discussions, but you tried each and every day. You more than tried. You did it. Seeing you here today is a testament of your achievement and the love and support you have received over the years, and you all represent a promise of hope for our future. As much as I want to keep you around, your education must go on, and I find comfort in knowing that you have helped our school be a place where we offer strength, support, personal growth, and without a doubt, you will make high school a great place to learn, to have fun, and to be. As you transition to high school, you will experience an enormous joy in creating your own path and enjoying the benefits of it. GV will be here for many years. This is a school that has served and will continue to serve the Goleta community for many years. Whether it's a fire, a mudslide, a pandemic, we will reimagine and we will pivot to future demands and educate future generations. I'm proud of all of you and thankful for the opportunity to always serve you all. Thank you. And now I would like to invite our performing arts students, led by Mrs. Ross. They will come forward and perform Time of My Life by David Cook. want to just give a thank you to Mrs. Gordon. I was presented with a lei that is very traditional for Hawaiian culture, and so I thought I'd wear it. So, thank you. All right, let's give it up once again to our 8th and 7th graders. Next up, I'd like to introduce our first student speaker. Please welcome Andy Brennan, ASB President.
Mask off, right?
Sure.
Cool. Teachers, administrators, parents, fellow students, and everyone watching at home, welcome to the light at the end of the tunnel. Our journey at Goleta Valley Junior High was full of a lot of firsts, and we are getting to the last. This year has been an emotional roller coaster. It has demolished our definitions of normal, but we are finally setting course for smoother waters and will leave today without fear of tomorrow. We have all had different paths leading up to this point, but it was at the crossroads where we all met together that we found our collective strength. As 7th graders, we started out as a community seed. In those first moments as Sevies, we formed new relationships and grew strong. Our roots became intertwined, and we formed new relationships. But one day we were all sent home. The vacation of our dreams stunted our growth, but now we are back and in a new season. As we begin to branch off into our own futures, we will build off the strong foundation made here at GV. Whether it was the friendships or the knowledge that you will take away from this school, it will always be with you. There have been points in the year where I felt down about myself, because for the first time, I lost control over my own life. And I was wondering if this moment would ever happen. But I finally found clarity, because now, on the stage in front of you all, my mind's questions are more comedic than confusing. I mean, how did we end up with recess in junior high? I never knew I needed a morning break more than when we were playing Duck, Duck, Goose in the middle of a school day. I look forward to lunch every day just for the sports, for the music, and for the friends. Even normal classes were all over the place. I, for one, spent hours drawing a purple lemming named Candy so that our class could have a pet that wasn't in a jar. Yes, we could spend hours telling our stories and dwelling on our losses, but I think it's more important to celebrate who we've become over this time. As a person, I've learned to respect everyone's feelings. When I'm around my peers, I can make sure that everyone feels included and their ideas are validated, so that we as a community tree can grow together equally. I've also learned that I can be my own person. So when I decide what I want to wear, how I want to look, my first thoughts aren't, well, what do my friends think about this? What about my parents? But what do I think about this? Do I feel confident? And I've learned that I don't have to keep myself bottled up. I have a very caring community around me, and we go through a lot of the same pain and have over the past year. So being able to communicate with you all has helped me grow sturdier roots in all of our relationships. From biking to school with my friends to the bell marking the last period of the day, I've had the best moments of my life. I've laughed more in the past month of in-person school than the entirety of last year. And even though I can be embarrassed looking back at my younger self, I would say I have no regrets. If to get to this beautiful moment in time again, I would have to isolate the variable twice as loud, high-five every kitty, and memorize hundreds more lines, which we all know isn't rocket surgery, but I would do it in a heartbeat, because I loved it all. Really what I want to say is that we've had an amazing breath of air here at GV. We got a first taste of what awaits us in high school, and even with this surreal experience we've had to go through, I know we are ready. And for me, this is because of my parents. You've showered me with love and snacks on each phenomenal day and kept me safe, and I know I wouldn't have gone through this without you. It's because of my siblings, with your late night walks and video games that kept me sane. And it's because of my closest friends. To Alexander and Carter, you're truly the strangest, most caring, and impactful people I've ever known. Even though we can make fun of each other a lot, I know that I enjoy each bike ride, short joke, and new Perry Grip song. By the way, I'm not going to skip over this. I'm way taller than both of you right now, so I guess I win. I am grateful for all the magic that I felt in the school. And as the first words Mr. Ortega told us, we must now sail away. Thank you, Mariners.
Great job, man. Great job.
Thank you, Andy. And now I'd like to invite up our second student speaker is Hannah Laura Abel.
Good morning, students, staff, parents, and guests. My name is Hannah Abel, and I think it is safe to say that our junior high experience was far from normal. In all, most of us have only spent a total of 9 months on campus, and even most of that time was spent 6 feet apart with masks on. I could stand up here today and make up some story about how in the face of adversity, we bonded through trauma and yada, yada, yada. But that holds true to every graduating class. Every class and person did something amazing at some point. But what sets us apart from other classes is the fact that students, administrators, and teachers alike had no idea what was going on for most of our junior high experience. Practically every teacher and student I've talked to this year from GV and beyond had at one point or another told me how they were totally lost or had no idea what to expect in the future. In fact, instead of bonding behind a cause, at times it felt like we all bonded through a shared sense of weakness and ultimately a sense of unknown. In fact, it was almost comforting when somebody would tell me how absolutely lost they were, because I'd think to myself, well, thank goodness that at least I'm not the only dimwit wandering around here. Although we may not have clocked in as many in-person hours on campus, we made remote memories where we could. Who can forget the extremely awkward breakout rooms where nobody wanted to say anything or try to explain to the teacher that they've been muted the entire time? How many of us have been in a panic when classes started and you're still stuck in the waiting room? And finally, my personal favorite, who has conveniently had internet troubles and gotten dropped from the meeting as soon as you're called on? After almost a year, we bonded through being thrown back into in-person school and having to learn to actually interact with other human beings again. We connected through music on Fridays, even if we were agitated that a song could not be kept for more than a minute. We bonded through getting yelled at that we were walking the wrong way in the hallway or waiting forever because only one person could be in the restroom at a time. Sometimes we found ourselves lost in a sea of 7th graders, realizing we were in the wrong hallway or area at lunch. Being back at school, it is fun to see how we are no longer lost in this pandemic world. Instead, we are finding ourselves in this new, strange world. You look around and some people you don't even recognize. Is it the mask, their new height, their new long hair, or their new look on a life that makes them seem different? But then you hear their voice, and suddenly it clicks, and it feels like this new person is who they were all along. And some people, well, they're exactly the same as they were, which is almost harder to comprehend. You're telling me that you went through a global pandemic and nothing has changed? Each of us has changed in our own way, and being and being back at school has made me value our differences even more. After all, you can only live with your family for so long before you need a change, any change at all. Together we built an entire ocean one drop at a time. Together we built a community through trust, respect, and friendship. We built a safe space where people can be themselves and where everybody can feel safe. Well, except for the constant worry that your camera is on or that you're actually unmuted. But hey, at this point we're going to take it in stride and say it builds character. We have created friendships that will last years and learned lessons that will stay with us forever. My grandmother was telling me about a book she read once in which it said that everyone you ever meet will affect you, big or small, and shape you into the person you are today. I know that all of you, big or small, have made an impact on me, and I hope I've done the same for you. I joked around this year that we weren't actually graduating. We were just being pushed out because our deadlines had expired. Roy T. Bennett once said, "It is only after you have stepped out of your comfort zone that you begin to change, grow, and transform." And that is exactly what has happened to our class. What we missed this year in in-classroom hours was definitely made up for in how far everybody's boundaries were pushed. And every one of us rose up to the challenge. You sitting here today is proof of that. So congratulations, you made it. All those hours spent, tears shed, and posture ruined wasn't for nothing because you made it. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you.
Great job. Yep. Thank you, Hannah Laura. Our third student speaker is Olivia Espino, who will be reading her speech in English followed by Spanish.
Hi, I'm sure a lot of you already know me, but for those of you who don't, my name is Olivia Espino, and I am a part of the Goleta Valley Junior High promoting class of 2021. These 2 years have passed in the blink of an eye. I still can't believe we're already here, standing on the stage, getting ready to go on to high school. For many reasons, the time I've spent here has been like no other. I never, ever expected a global pandemic of all things to happen. When I walked in on the first day of 7th grade, I didn't even know what Zoom was. With everything happening in the world for the past year and a half, I know it's been hard for many of us to adjust to this new normal. It's been hard for me too. I kept catching myself wishing that things would just go back to how they were before. I need to remember that time won't stop or rewind for me or anyone else. We're just going to have to keep going forward, keep making new memories, keep meeting new people, and most importantly, keep looking ahead. On the first day of 7th grade, I was really nervous because I was going to have 6 new classes with 6 new teachers and a whole bunch of new people that I never met. Everything seemed so big and scary, but then I got to know some amazing people, students and teachers alike. And after that, everything became much more welcoming. One thing I remember in particular was how on the first day of 7th grade, I got lost on the way to 3rd period and I was kind of panicking. But then someone who I had never even met before noticed and helped me find the classroom on a map of campus. After that, I realized that I can always ask for help if I need it. No matter what I need help with, there will always be someone who will try their best for me. I know you're probably going to look back on your middle school years and cringe, thinking, wow, I was annoying back then. And to be fair, you probably were. I know I was, but that's not the point. The point is that I know that we've all made some amazing memories here that'll last us a lifetime. And for that, I'd like to thank all of you who are listening to this right now, parents, friends, and staff. I know that having to spend almost half of your 2 years here online was much less than ideal, but it doesn't change all of the great memories we've made over here in the time we were able to spend in person. Do you remember how it felt on the first day of 7th grade? Do you remember the feeling of utter confusion and excitement in the air? Do you remember the moment you met your future best friends? Do you remember that one class that was always your favorite and the teacher that made you laugh? Hold on to that. Hold it in a special place you can always look back on, because in 10 years, that's what you'll remember from middle school. One of the best things about living is you just have to keep going. I know I've already addressed this, but I think it's really important, so I'd like to close my speech on the same note. Us here, standing in this field right now, are the future of the world. Can you imagine that? Us, the future? Well, it's true. Right now, we've got high school, but after that, who knows? Maybe you'll make a world-changing discovery or win a Nobel Prize. I guess you'll just have to keep going and find out. Congrats, everyone. High school, here we come. Hola, sé que muchos de ustedes ya me conocen, pero para las que no, me llamo Olivia Espino y soy parte de la clase de promoción en la Escuela Intermedia de Goleta Valley. Estos 2 años pasaron en el párpado de un ojo. No puedo creer que ya estamos aquí preparándonos para ir a la escuela secundaria. Por muchas razones, el tiempo que he pasado aquí fue muy único. Nunca esperaba que una pandemia pasara de todas cosas. Cuando empecé el 7º grado, ni sabía que Zoom existía. Con todo lo que está pasando en el mundo, sé que ha sido difícil para muchos de nosotros ajustarnos a esta nueva normalidad. Es difícil para mí también. Sigo encontrándome deseando que las cosas vuelvan a ver como eran antes. Necesito recordar que el tiempo no va a parar o rebobinar para nadie. Tenemos que seguir adelante, seguir haciendo memorias, seguir conociendo gente nueva y, lo más importante, seguir mirando adelante. En el primer día de 7º grado, yo estaba muy nerviosa porque iba a tener 6 clases nuevas con 6 maestros nuevos y muchos compañeros de clase que nunca he conocido. Todo parecía muy grande y miedoso, pero luego conocí unas personas asombrosas, estudiantes y maestros, y después de eso, todo se volvió mucho más acogedor. Una cosa que recuerdo en particular es que en el primer día de 7º grado volví perdido cuando estaba tratando de encontrar mi periodo 3 y estaba muy nerviosa. Pero luego una persona que ni conocía se dio cuenta y me ayudó a encontrar la clase en una mapa de la escuela. Después de eso, me di cuenta de que siempre puedo pedir ayuda si lo necesito. No importa con qué, siempre va a haber alguien que va a tratar su mejor para mí. Ya sé que van a mirar hacia atrás a sus años en la escuela intermedia y decir con vergüenza, wow, yo era molesto, y para ser justo probablemente es verdad. Sé que yo era, pero eso no es el punto. El punto es que todos nosotros hemos hecho unas memorias increíbles aquí que vamos a tener para siempre. Para eso quiero agradecer a todos ustedes que están escuchando esto ahora, padres, amigos y personal. Sé que teniendo que pasar casi la mitad de sus 2 años aquí en la computadora era mucho menos que genial, pero eso no cambia todas las memorias increíbles que hicimos en el tiempo que podíamos tener en persona. ¿Recuerdas cómo te sentías en el primer día del 7º grado? ¿Recuerdas la sensación de confusión absoluta y emoción en el aire? ¿Recuerdas el momento en que conociste a tus futuros mejores amigos? ¿Recuerdas esa clase que siempre era tu favorita y la maestra que siempre te hacía reír? Mantengan eso, manténgalo en un lugar especial donde siempre puedes mirarlo, porque en 10 años eso es lo que vas a recordar de la escuela intermedia. Una de las mejores cosas de vivir es que tienes que seguir adelante. Yo sé que ya hablé de esto, pero pienso que es muy importante, así que quiero cerrar mi discurso en esta nota. Nosotros aquí en este campo ahora mismo somos el futuro del mundo. ¿Puedes imaginar esto? Nosotros, el futuro, es verdad. Ahora tenemos la escuela secundaria, pero después de eso, quién sabe, tal vez vas a hacer un descubrimiento que cambie el mundo o ganar un premio Nobel. Supongo que tendrías que seguir adelante y averiguarlo. Felicidades a todos. Escuela secundaria, aquí venimos.
Thank you, Olivia. And our final speaker is Amelia Vandermeer.
Hello, Goleta Valley class of 2021. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia Vandermeer, and I'm honored to be giving a speech today. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to all of the truly amazing educators here at GV. Without you, we students would not be where we are today. Thank you for persevering through Zoom school and the chaos of being back on campus for hybrid, and for leading us through this portion of our educational journey. I speak for every student in this school when I say we are unimaginably grateful for everything you have done for us. I would also like to thank my family and all of the other families out there today for providing the emotional and academic support we needed while being online for school, and for putting up with us at home all the time. Finally, a huge thank you to all of my peers. The students in Goleta Valley are what make this school so special. Each and every one of you is a unique and valuable part of this amazing, supportive family. And I would like to thank you all for being there for me and each other, and for helping us all get through this year together. Poet and playwright Oscar Wilde once said, "I am a dreamer, for a dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world." Our class, our generation, are dreamers. While Oscar Wilde speaks of seeing the dawn before the rest of the world as a punishment, I think is it a gift. We have the unique ability to see new light and hope even in the darkest of times. We've persevered through the pandemic, social inequalities, destructive fires, a contentious presidential election, the devastating losses of so many people, and countless other difficult world events in the past few years. We persevered because we could see the promise of a better world in the future. Oscar Wilde also implied that dreamers face challenges alone. Although that may sometimes be true, it is not for us. We mariners stand together. Despite being 6 feet apart or confined in a Zoom square, nothing stopped us from forming beautiful friendships. We supported one another, stood up for each other, and helped each other achieve our academic goals and succeed. Together, we have dreamed. Together, we have faced many challenges. And together, we have overcome many obstacles in pursuit of our dreams. And here we are, standing at yet another milestone in our lives. Although sometimes it may seem impossible, I encourage you to look around at all we have achieved, at the people standing by your side. And remember that despite the challenges we faced this year, we still made it. And so it is with both pride and hope in my heart when, finally, I say for the last time, sail on, Mariners. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2021.
Thank you, Amelia. And now comes the part, a tradition that we hold dear here at GV. We call it the presentation and acceptance of class gifts. This is a tradition that it's a Passover with Andy Brennan, ASB President, and Noah Guillen. Come on up.
The graduating Goleta Valley Junior High class of 2021 would like to contribute our class gift towards an ASB electric power generator to power up the speakers during music in the quad. On behalf of my classmates, I, Andy Brennan, ASB President, present the electric power generator as a gift to the class of 2022.
As next year's student body president, I, Noah Guillen, accept these gifts on behalf of my classmates.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Noah. All right, it is now time to present the certificates of promotion. Our 8th grade teachers will be recognizing each student through their second period class. Your programs that you have with you are alphabetized in second period. It won't be perfect. We tried our best to alphabetize them, but you'll see more or less when the teachers go up. So with that, will the first row of students and Ms. Clark-Rees, led by Ms. Newhouse, please rise and come forward. We also, compliments of PTA, will be providing one free photograph, a digital image download for photography. And so we ask our students that when they come down here, they'll have a quick opportunity to either leave their mask on or take it off real quick or do a chin strap and take a quick picture. And so just keep that in mind. Let us begin.
Let's try that again. Good morning. I will be presenting Clark Ruiz's class. Nina Dougherty. Bianca Aguilera. Isela Leilani Uribe. Mateo Sandala. Congratulations. Scott Nightingale. Adrian Barrientos. Kevin Romko. Sophia Copeland.
I'm Mrs. Coakley, and this is my second period class. Emilio Aguirre. Jacob Barsky. Ian Basso. Ryan Calkins. Devin Campero Perez. Madison Sid Diaz. Kennedy Cross. Brody DeMarcus. Olivia Espino. Bridget Finney. Jacobo Gomez. Samantha Greeny. Lillian Gren. Bridget Harris. Diego Jacobo. Christian Higuera Venegas. Jocelyn Lopez. Evelyn Mills. Shane Munoz. Andrew Neuendorf. Kevin Ordonez. Ava Polizzi. Irie Resch. Emily Rodrigue. Christopher Rodriguez. Miles Shaddix. Jordan Spears. Rockford Toman. Jocelyn Martinez. Rami Trippi. Melina Vela. Sean Wirtz. And one that couldn't make it today but hopefully is watching at home is Aiden Cummings.
I'm Bill Gorley, and I'll be presenting my second period class. Hannah Laura Abel. Oliver Crawshaw. Emin Gordon. Hayden Graham. Keely Harper. Kasparis Kopas. Lily Jones. Ruby Heinrich Linthicombe. Laith Reynolds. Sean Lewin. Henry Swanson. Kevin Montes. Parikh Metha. Carter Lowe. Miguel Martinez. Gus Miller. Noah Runyon. Seth Tedeschi. Justice Hayden. Josue Mena Ceballos. Chase Plowman. Sofia Orefice. Thank you. Marissa Rusek. Sajjar Iftikhar. Nate Vandeveer. And not present, Ayush Kokate and Ellie Triplet.
Mr. Bill Gorley.
Hi, I am Miss Gunton, and I'm going to be presenting our wonderful second period class. Amaya Schroeder. Yulissa Salvador. Juan Esteban Tiburcio Romo. Marilyn Nava Mendiola. Joanna Villegas. Charlotte Monti. Jasmine Barba. Crystal Rios Armenta. Deanna Aguilera Arroyo. Tiana Ramirez. Alina Costilla. Madeline Ferries. Zaide Frosto Flores. Antonio Santiago. Naui Gonzalez. Rafael Perez. Nancy Felix Cervantes. Elizabeth Pineda Ramirez. Diego Gonzalez. Karime Arlette Higuera. Ismael Mascaira Morales. Adrian Miranda. Lydia Seek. Desiree Espinoza Perez. Abigail Breton. Naomi Pearl. Zoe Perez Lopez. Oceana Rodriguez. Isaac Lopez. And not present, Isabella Marquez, Sarah Lenchner, Yaretzi Parata.
This is Mr. Hughes' second period class. Raul Cabrera Yeskis. Isabella Figueroa. Jonathan Rodriguez. Alex Ortiz. Nadia Yusefi Camarillo. Alondra Zarate. Sanvi Tatai. Megan Gardner. Sophia Pixley. Natalie Zabinden. Darjana Bahanko. Ryan Davis. Shane Grant. Justin Herrera Marquez. Javier Nunez. Rafael Mendez. Evan Yellis. Alexis Urbina. Chase Wadden. Noah Omdenson. Liam Young. Francisco Miguel Espinoza. Diego Villalobos. Andrew Zong. Ada Maria Estrada. Ariana de Jesus Escobar. Diana Carmona. Jacqueline Carbajal. Janelle Salgado. Rosemary Atta. Melanie Olmos Garcia. Leila Valdez.
Mr. Jackson's class. Andrew Brennan. Noah Burgess. Nolan Chapman. Jake Curtis. Matthew Duncan. Michael Durchie. Thomas Gaggs. Stas Golanchenko. Grace Gorman. Chloe Gotsis. Alexander Ida. Clayanne Howard. Jude Cotty. Alejandro Navarro. Israel Perez. Jaden Placencia. Really. Hallie, really. Bach. Richard Rockenbach. Aiden User. Sassona Verhoff. Hey. Oops. Celebrating from home, Yoko Graham, Audrey Lechner, Ayana Mehta.
Presenting Miss Elena Nelson, second period class. Joining us from home, Chloe Coronado and Dominic Lamas. Isis Atkinson. Genesis Bohorquez. Derek Brunette. Makai Callis. Ezra Shaheen. Kaylee Chang. Natalie Demboski. Cal Denier. Sophie Dent. William Durham. Jeremiah Estrada. Angelina Galtz. Tomas Gill. Amirsam Jabari. Jonah Hollingsworth. Joshua Conheim. Zainab Malik. Nacha Mimuk. Juan Navarro. Aspen Newhouse. William Parisi. Seth Phillips. Sofia Ramos. Lorenzo Smith. Cindy Tat. Cole Timmons. Sienna Valentine. Amelia Vander May. Naomi Walsh.
Presenting Mr. Pincala's second period class, Asher Tucknott. Sachin Shobal. Alina Basave Nungarai. Teddy Venya. Gano Ganoff. Gabriele Skusat. Quinn Myers. Manuel Dylan Pisano. Ray Razzo. Tyler Bryce. Sophia Elena Lara. Tori Beckstrand. Sagrika Manian. Kylie Pierce. Finley Hauser Koch. James Coltice. Lucas Ayala. Andrew Diffenderfer.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hadzel. David Rizal. Asher Durchi. Kay Taylor Ing. Miriam Terbelsi. Emily Raymond. Grace Weinbender.
Buenos días, con mucho orgullo presento la clase de la señora Polinsky. Estrella Uribe Hernández. Michael Martínez Paredes. David Ramírez.
All right, this is Ms. Ross's second period class. Marina Hall. Sarah Evans. Holden DeCano. Teresa Terlinden. Grace Tao. Anna Gray. Sophia Merritt. Zachary Geswine. Charles Potter. Mitchell Mascry. Ryan Curtis. Eli Kamaiko. Bryson Rock. Jeffrey Hoff Pattison. Samantha Tovar. Delilah Bono. Xander Hines. Mika Nasta. Malcolm Iza. Isaiah Robledo. Wyatt Silver. Aaron Carreño. Nick Pearl. Johans Carrillo. Shiloh Oropesa Mora. Daniela Vaca Mendoza. Salvador Lopez Torres. And celebrating from home, Devyanshi Gurjar. Itari Arizmendi Ortiz. Rita Yee.
Presenting Ms. Sandoval's second period class, Cesar Aviles. Alejandro Mendoza. Daisy Delgado. Fu Nguyen. Diego Pacheco Sierra. Juan Prudencio. Ki-Hun Riang. Abby Salinas. Eva Vigil Garcia. And celebrating from home, Daphne Gutierrez Ramos.
Proudly presenting Ms. Vaccaro's second period class, starting with those of us joining from home. Manuel Gonzalez Jr. Leanna Guerrero Sanchez. Bjorn Mass Adler. Violet Shin Morris. Ryan Wong. Mia Alvarez Masita. Kathy Antonio. David Blancarte. Daniela Cabrera. Ricardo Delgado Flores. Jacob Donato. Jorge Gonzalez Garibe. Michelle Guerrero Zamora.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cameron Stewart here, my hard-working 8th graders. First up, Alejandro Trujillo. Nikai Guyton Acosta. Eric Berrigan Villegas. And join us from home, Jasmine Pinedo. Thank you.
Hi, Rose Tafoya. I'm super honored and proud to present my students, Joan Monroy Catalan. Wait for him to get up and down. Eric Rios Charco. Hey, Jay. Wait for him to come. Blanca Nunez Velasquez.
And back to Ms. Vaccaro's second period, we have Alexia Inda. Bhavna Kanda. Joshua Lopez Mendoza. Hector Martinez. Annabelle Lysak. Cameron Miller. Sam Mitchell. Taylor Nagy. Emily Navarrete Ramirez. Savannah Noongray. Daniel Patricio Ramirez. Sienna Petty. Alejandro Ramirez. Conrad Smith. Arturo Ramirez. Gabriel Romero Marin. Victoria Tiburcio Cortez. Esteban Torcios Wright. Osvaldo Ventura.
Mr. Weinbender's second period class. Amanda A. Mora. Kevin Alonzo. Brianne Lim Barte. Parker Bentley. Angelina Borayo. Nathan Cornejo. Samaria Godinez Alcantara. Manuel Gomez Padilla. Kate Guerra. Santiago Herrera Cervantes. Evian Islas. Ana Maria Leva. Javier Manzanares Hernandez. David Martinez Alcantar. Osvaldo Mayo Moreno. Carlos Moreno. Gonzalo Murillo. Xavier Navarrete. Jonathan Pacheco. Valeria Perez Marin. Annabelle Phillip. Caitlin Ramirez. Angel Salazar. Alicia Santiago. Adeline Sosedo Guajardo. Emilio Soto. Perla Ulloa. And we would also like to recognize Keone Barbazon, Marco Charneca, and Itziana Gonzalez Arredondo.
Mrs. Weinbender's class, Kaiser Orduna. Jaden Solano. Ethan Lopez. Diego Portillo. Luis Viola. Sebastian Monday. Rigo Borregon. Manuel Paredes Loaza. Joining us from home, Lisbeth Sanchez, Manuel Herrera Pentejo, Bella Nixon, Michael Cornejo, Diego Rubio Valdez, Jack Wilby, Joseph Navarro, Noah Lopez, Esteban Garcia,
Abby Perea. Gabriela Rangel. Alina Morales. Itzel Mendoza. Sky Finucane. Ava Rodriguez. Pena Medrano. Pascual Jimenez. Angel Santos. Brian Ornelas Adame. Brian Zamora Cardenas. Gregorio? Jose Gregorio.
I passed with the F.
Andres Flores.
Presenting Miss Wright's second period class, starting with the students joining us at home. Alonzo de los Rios. David Vasquez. James Frost. Alexia Gaeta. Jonathan Hernandez Becerra. Jared Barbosa.
Closer to the mic or louder, either one.
Gabriel Moreno Aguilar. Abraham Corrales Vireta. Nerivant Gomez Flores Jr. Sammy Hernandez. Emma Polunets. Shondi Moore. Angel Soto. Ryan Kohler. Victoria Martinez. Desiree Rivera. Vanessa Donado. Olivia Farley. Vanessa Shevchenko. Kaylee Orkilola. I'm so sorry. Brooklyn Meta. Peace Nosu. Janet Romo. Sasha Hokom Hasik. Xavier Lemons. Celso Panagua. Sorry. Sean Riley. Seraph Sanders. Nicholas Perales.
All right, I'll improvise while we finish off. Do I use hand sanitizer before the handshake, after the handshake? What's the new etiquette with pandemic? We don't know. Let's do the elbow pumps, we said. And then it's more about, do I give an elbow pump? Do I give a handshake? We made it work, everybody. We got through the new pandemic etiquette, so congratulations. I didn't come up with that. I heard that on the radio on my way up here, so. And as a reminder, as our last promoting class is sitting down, I will send out a parent square with information on how to access the photos. And so once again, thank you PTA for making this happen. All right, Mr. Bill Woodards, it is now my privilege to affirm to you today that these students have met the requirements and specifications as outlined by the State of California and Santa Barbara School District promotion policies. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the principal of Dos Pueblos High School to the new freshman class of 2025.
Good morning, everyone. Saludos, familios. And thank you, Mr. Ortega. It is with great honor and privilege that I accept the Goleta Valley Junior High class of 2021 as the new Dos Pueblos High class of 2025. And the sun is just peeking through metaphorically right now. Today is a big day. Promotions and graduations always are filled with mixed emotions. You look back at your time at GV, looking ahead to the next chapter. I look forward to getting to know a lot of you as you take those next steps into high school. And for those of you heading off to other high school experiences, best of luck. I've already heard a little bit about this class. You are passionate about your causes, unafraid to speak your minds or challenge authority, ready to make your mark on the world. And that's fantastic. I'm hoping that this pent-up energy and excitement, you'll hit the ground running and jump headfirst into high school. So for the past few weeks, I've thought a lot about what I want to say to you after what was certainly the most challenging junior high experience of any class in GV history. But your student speaker spoke to that so well today, articulating how hard it has been and the lessons they learned. So I'll just leave you with something I think you've grown to understand more than any other generation, to appreciate the moment. So an example of that, I'm telling a little story. So last week, we had a truly epic baseball game with our crosstown rival for the league championship. In front of a huge crowd, the game went back and forth, ended up going into extra innings. And for 3 hours, it was nail-biting intense. Both teams had chances to win many times. But ultimately, in the 10th inning, the other guys prevailed. And the celebration on their side and the disappointment on our side showed you how much it meant to all of those kids. Can't win them all, but quick aside, almost all the whole team's coming back next year. We're good. Anyway, I felt really bad for the few seniors on our team, and we had our prom the next night, and I went up to one of them, and I expected him to be really bummed. But what he said surprised me. He said, "Mr. Woodard, that was the best game I ever played in. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have that moment." And though their prom was different than they expected, all the students were grateful and appreciative that they had that opportunity as well. So that's the blessing and tragedy of life, right? We only appreciate things sometimes when they're gone. What this crazy experience has hopefully done for you, as it has for me, is make us truly cherish every experience, the good ones and the bad ones. You read a lot of fancy cliches on living in the moment, and most of them are really true. What we would all give to go back and stop and smell the roses, seize the day, live in the moment. And I hope that appreciating the moment is the lasting legacy of COVID-19. And high school starts in just a few months? Yeah. And on a June day like this one, 4 years from now, most of you will be wearing blue and gold robes and sitting on the 50-yard line of Scott O'Leary Stadium, graduating once again. So for a moment, imagine yourself one of those students 4 years from now looking back on your high school experience, like you've done today for your junior high experience. Think about what kind of memories you want to make over the next 4 years. Don't look back wishing you hadn't soaked it all in, wishing you had tried out for the school play, joined the yearbook team, ran for class president, joined the K-pop club, taking chances, trying new things. So in closing, and on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Dos Public High School, we look forward to having many of you become part of the Charger tradition. Being a Charger is a big responsibility. Chargers are honorable, hardworking, and scholarly, but also fun-loving, talented, and friendly. They value diversity and curiosity. You have big shoes to fill because those who have come before you have set a very high bar, but we expect nothing less than your very best efforts, and I can't wait for it to happen. Have a great summer. We look forward to welcoming you all in the fall. Congratulations.
On behalf of the staff of Goleta Valley Junior High School, I would like to thank you all for attending our ceremony today. I would also like to thank our ASB. They've done a fabulous job just supporting all kinds of extracurricular activities during lunch and throughout the year, distance learning. Our PTA for sponsoring our promotion party along with ASB and sponsoring this event with photographs. Thank you. To Mr. John Dent for streaming our event, and the whole GV media team. To Mr. Atkins for the sound, and for all of our staff working behind the scenes. Thank you. Now, will the promoting class of Goleta Valley Junior High please rise? Congratulations, you're officially promoted. We request that students join their family and exit out as soon as possible in order to ensure social distancing. Parents, all the gates are open, so you can exit through the back field. PE gates to my left, to my right. Families exiting through the parking lot. We'll have one last opportunity to wave goodbye with our teachers. And this now concludes our ceremony. Done.
Weekend that's coming up fast. Let's get busy. Just too much to do. That black mini looks just like the one she's been missing. Good on you. There's a few items we need in town. There's no time to waste. Such as fresh table and 15-watt bulbs, couple Mighty Abby, it's a luscious invention for three. In summer by the sea. You can choose the music. I'll set up